It's... No, Dillian, come back.
How could you keep going? How could you keep going? Ignore the pain. I told you it was to trick you.
Can we both please shut up for a second?
See, there's nothing to follow. Come on.
There is a path right before us. Alright, onwards. Dillian, come back. Yoo-hoo! That is more of a performance than actual sword fighting. I'm not imagining this.
Go towards him.
I'm imagining it as much as I'm imagining you.
Before he disappears. Go.
He already disappeared, can't you? Oh my goodness. You people are tiresome. Excruciatingly so. Come on, throw yourself over it. Alright, fair enough. Come on, come on. You're alright. I'm actually like... I'm not bleeding. Not externally, anyways. I'm sure I've got some hemorrhaging somewhere, but... Okay.
Before she first met him,
This is gonna...
he's not in a good place.
Oh.
Just a teenager, but not like the others. Barely functioning, she rarely left the house. Her father's Inbal made sure of that. Only occasionally did she venture out on her own, collecting firewood and herbs. Errands out in the Orkney Plains. That was her world. Like this one. Barren. And lonely.
So my father was an asshole. Okay. Alright, time to belly flop myself off this platform. Here we go. Too weak. Can we please be a little more supportive of me? You see, I'm doing... I've beaten 2 gods, mind you. No, I don't care what you have to say. Shut up. Doesn't matter where he's gone, because we're gonna find him. Yeah, you think that's funny, do you? Oh, ha, ha, it's so ridiculously funny. I'll have the last laugh. Bitch. I'll take the off route, thank you. What is this annoying glare? Oh my goodness. Why the spots like I'm looking through a dirty lens? Why? So either up there or via the... You know what? I'll take the cave route. The less obvious one is usually the better pick. Oh my goodness, can you please not Photoshop yourself every step of my way?
Senua, there will be times that you will feel alone and exhausted, like a strange little fish swimming against the tides of the big ocean. But have the faith to let go and let the tide carry you away. Because the whole ocean is your home, and it does not ask you to swim against it.
Well, unlike you, I'm not a priestess, Mom, and I have a problem with faith. Because we're going up at that sunrise. It's him again. Okay. You are very bright, sir. Alright, up and over. Come on.
There he was. The lone figure of a boy. Saw play under the shade of a tree. She remembers the first time she saw him.
Well, a performance. I was right.
The world danced with it. The gloom lifted. For the first time in years, she felt a ray of hope.
Yes, sing for me. Throw yourself. Yes, I've seen the tree. I'm going there. I'm going.
He's there. Under the tree light.
It's hard to miss him. How are you not seeing him?
Dillian goes waiting for keep going.
Okay, where... Hey, another gate? Does that mean I can't actually get to the tree just yet? Tell me a story.
The Northmen tell of a great hero. His name is Sigmund. His father's hall was built around a great tree, and one day, Odin comes and thrusts a sword into the tree, a gift to whomever can release it. Many try, but the sword only comes out at Sigmund's touch. His brother-in-law, King Siggeir, wants it, but Sigmund refuses him, so King Siggeir plots revenge. He invites Sigmund and his brothers to a feast, but when they arrive, they are met with an army, not a warm welcome. King Siggeir captures Sigmund and his brothers, steals his coveted sword, and readies them for execution.
And the moral of this story is? Or is that just... I don't want to miss the next one, because I'm sure that that's going to be part 2 of this tale. Do I enter via the sewers? Nope. That is up there. So, like, do I go to... You okay, girl? You sound tired. I'll take a look up here, because it's a gate I have to unlock anyways. Probably. Oh, hey. There we go. Tell me more. Hello.
Death for Sigmund and his brothers seems certain. But the king's wife is Sigmund's sister, and she begs for mercy and implores the king to chain them up instead.
Like, that's
He
better.
agrees. Not for mercy, though, but because he plans an even more cruel and lingering death.
Starvation.
Chained to a tree in the forest that night, a she-wolf comes and devours one of Sigmund's brothers. She returns, ravenous, night after night, until only Sigmund is left. The next day, Sigmund's sister sends a servant with honey to smear on Sigmund's face. But to what end? Well, that night, when the she-wolf appears again, you'll never guess what happens.
If it's something positive, couldn't she have smeared the faces of my brothers and my friends with honey as well? Also, a she-wolf, aka a lycanthrope. That's a mythical thing. So this story is bullschnor. Alright, what do we got here? I'm not even allowed to open it or interact with it. Thanks, game. Can I get down from here, or do I really have to backtrack all the way down? Come on, let me just... Come on. Triple corkscrew with a faceplant, please. You are a little tedious here and there, game. I am not going to lie. Some of these ships were pretty beefy, man. No, I'll take a left, actually. Okay, that leads back, or is... No, wait. Maybe there is more story here. There we go.
As the she-wolf licks the sweet honey from Sigmund's face, he bites the wolf's tongue.
What?
The she-wolf pulls away, but Sigmund holds on. The chains break, and he is free. After his escape, Sigmund lives like us, hidden in the forest. His enemy, King Siggeir, believing him dead, as his sister plots revenge. And for vengeance to succeed, even the great Sigmund needs help. So she sends her sons to him. But their blood is weak and corrupted, and they're put to death by Sigmund. So his sister hatches a new plan, one that is cold of heart and pure of blood.
I mean, this story is rivaling some of the worst stories the Bible has to offer. Come on. Nonsense. Oh, there be a tree. Why is it crackling so hard when it's not all that overcast? I mean, there are some clouds here and there, but sky looks good. Is this like a ship graveyard?
Day after day, watching from afar, she mimicked him, perfecting her own secret dance, wishing those fleeting moments of light would stretch out to last forever.
Okay.
Sigmund's sister trades shapes with a sorceress, and in disguise, she lies with her own brother.
What?
She gives birth to a son named Sinfjotli. After a time, she sends him to the forest to Sigmund. He tests the boy and finds him strong and fearless, and so they go to take their vengeance on King Siggeir. Luck is not on their side. They're captured, and Siggeir has them buried alive.
Okay. This just gets better and better and better with each passing minute.
No, it's a trick. It's an illusion.
Of course it's a trick and an illusion. Wait.
You want to believe it's
Ah, Jesus.
Where are you going?
Visions from the past?
What is she following?
That's probably my
Can't
village.
even fight. It's just deception.
How does he so effortlessly court the world and bliss? If only she could do the same. See the world through eyes anew and dance with it, just like he does.
I wonder if we'll actually get to see Dillion, like his actual face and his actual character, or if it will just remain some sort of visage that I'll keep chasing endlessly until my eventual tragic death. Or not. Perhaps there's something worse in store than death.
What's your name?
Senua.
I haven't seen you before.
I don't leave home much.
Oh, Zeno's daughter.
Everyone knows.
Wait. Who taught you to fight like that?
No one.
No one.
You did.
Well, I watched you, and
You learnt all of that from watching me? You should become a warrior, you know.
me?
I'm Dillian. I'm here for the warrior trials. Just come and watch. And bring your sword.
You can't put it into words. That moment when you look into the eyes of the one who's supposed to reassure you, make you feel safe. It only takes an instant. Fear swallows you before you have a chance to make sense of it. And darkness becomes a part of who you are. But her world changed the day the Northmen took him from her. Senua knows that there's no going back to how things were. That there's nothing to go back to at all.
Stay still, stay quiet, hide, don't tell her.
Their gods can see into your mind. They will use this power to destroy
They
you.
won't stop me. I can still feel him.
Whatever's left of him, they will never let him go.
I'm not gonna let him rot here.
You're the one rotting here.
Leave me alone.
You will die here.
No.
And all your suffering will have been for nothing.
That's what I've been telling the entire time. But much like the voices,
Is that you?
I'm not going to listen.
I'll find you, my love. I promise.
Judging from this, I wonder if his love for Dylan is just an unrequited love, a sort of one-sided thing, and she decided that he is her beloved when there wasn't ever anything between the two, and he just is some sort of savior in her eyes, you know, releasing her from life's constraints and showing her life in a new light, something like that. Or if they were actually a couple at one point and then no longer were. For obvious reasons. But first, let's hear the end of this ridiculous tale. Oh, I thought this... Aw, why not? Oh, it's over there. Alright, tell me about Sigmund.
As Sigmund and Sinfjotli are being buried alive, Sigmund's sister throws an armful of straw into the grave mound. Hidden in the straw is Sigmund's sword, the gift of Odin. They cut their way out of the grave mound and set fire to Siggeir's hall. The king burns to death. Sigmund calls to his sister to come out, so that she may live and be honored. She does come out, but only to tell him the truth. That she had slept with him, her brother, to beget a strong avenger. I am not fit to live, she says, and walks back into the fire. Strike vengeance from your heart, Senua, as there is always a heavy price to pay.
Incest, wincest, and all that. Okay. That's another tasty story behind us. Can I just walk into the ocean and not return, or will there be an invisible wall? There is an invisible wall. Can I circle around? I cannot circle around, then what's the point in letting me walk into the ocean? That is another animation they did not have to make. I get the impression I'm supposed to do something here, especially because there is a clear circle in these things, but I don't know. Is there an epilogue?
And here is the end of Sigmund's story. He was a fierce and great warrior who fought many battles. But one day, an old man came onto the battlefield. Although shadowed by a hood, Sigmund saw that he only had one eye.
Odin himself?
The man raised his spear, and Sigmund struck at it with his sword, but the sword shattered into pieces. Sigmund then knew that this was Odin, and thus that victory could not be his. He bowed his head and accepted his end. Dying, he tells his wife that she is with child, and that her son will one day make a great weapon out of the fragments of his sword. The sword named Gram.
Okay. So the sword Gram is a result of a previous sword being shattered to pieces by the great spear Gungnir. Can I climb this rock and bask in the glory of the sun? No, I cannot praise the sun. But I want to. Is there anything of worth here before I... I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to go to those little outcroppings in just a short while. Okay, time to pass into the other world. 3 skulls. Oh, it's a sword. Is it Gram? Or is this...
Take it. A sword. Take it. Dillian left it for you. Take it. Take it. Take it. Don't take it.
You can take the sword.
It's coming from there. And there. What are they?
There we go.
Look. Where's it coming from? She started something.
Let's go, Arthur.
What's happening?
Senua, imagine a sword that can slay gods. Its name is Gram. It was forged by the god of all Northmen, Odin, and gifted to Sigmund, a great warrior.
I need this sword. It's important. Can you help me?
The sword appears whole, but it is an illusion. It shattered into shards long ago. It is said a great warrior can reforge Gram by answering the trials of Odin, one for each shard. The roots of the Tree of Death will take you to new lands where you will face the trials.
Go to the shard. Go to the shard. What's the shard?
Yes, we're going to the shards. Also, I just learned that grammar was... it's a grammar, right? Wasn't a sword made by Odin. It's a sword reforged after Odin shattered a previous sword, not grammar.
There it is. Focus. There's the shard. Focus.
You should know your shit, Druth.
Look.
Alright, I focus my eyebally.
Go to it. It's not safe.
A king in the north forced the dwarves to make a sword that would never fail and never rust, and that would slice through iron and stone and bring victory to its bearer. But the angry dwarves cursed it. It would be the death of a man every time it was drawn. And it would be the death of the king.
Which king?
Let me tell you about the sword Tyrving.
I don't recognize this place. Where are we? Where is she?
It feels wrong.
Hmm.
Where are we now? Burial mound.
Nice lighting.
So strange that we go to such lengths to bury death. Something so very ordinary, inevitable. It's as if we conspire to hide death, because we have no answer for it. But when it comes, and forces itself onto our friends or loved ones, then comes the reckoning.
And I casually listen to these philosophical blurbs as I just notice that there is still just a severed head hanging off my ass. It's very close to home, doesn't it? Dillion would never do what you don't know, Dillion.
He loves her. He doesn't.
I wonder.
He loves her.
A crypt, is it? Let me first praise the sun before we go in. Hallelujah, peanut butter. Okay, let's go. Huh. I wonder if we'll be going up there. But first things first. Can I...
Go in. You have to go in.
Don't go in there, go in.
It's too dark. Take it.
I wish that you guys would just... Yes, thank you.
Careful. You have to be able to see.
I will be able to see. I just wish that the people in my head, aka you lot, would agree on something first. Okay, can we just, you know... Nope. Nope. Dillion, I'm sorry, but you are not going to be resurrected. Here, you can have this torch back. I'll just go home. I'll fling myself off some... I don't want to fucking do this.
Dillion, I'm here. I'm here for the trials. Like when we first met, remember?
Why do I get the feeling she's just chasing ghosts in order to come to terms with her own past and the things she has done?
There he is. There he is. Dillion. There he is. Finally.
You found him. What's wrong? What happened? Can you hear me?
How did you let him go?
Just wait
Again.
there. I'll find you.
Could you?
Hey,
Mission. Find him.
I am on a mission.
Find him. Get him back. He was just there. How could you lose him? How could you?
Can you guys let me work, please? Thank you. It's really dark in here. Is this outside?
I'll find him.
Brave words.
What's that? Did you hear that? Nothing.
What?
Voices.
Didn't hear anything.
These are the voices dead. Not dead.
No, it's you. I'm hearing you.
Where is he?
All of you.
Where is he? He sounds like he's getting further away. Have you lost him? You're going the wrong way.
Sounds like you guys need to shut the fuck up.
Where are you? Turn left.
Senua, you remind me of a story that the Northmen tell about a young woman warrior. Her name is Heraeth, the daughter of a berserker, born after he was killed.
What?
She's a wild, willful child who teaches herself to fight with weapons. When she learns where her father is buried, her only desire is to reclaim the treasure buried with him, but above all, the sword, Tyrving.
There we go. It's funny that you're telling me a story about a sword I'm not going to claim. I hope that was the wind. And not some poor sod in chains. What if I touch the walls? Here, what if I touch the walls?
Keep going. It's not safe.
I'm going, but you guys are making it very hard not to get angry.
No one can save you. It's too scary.
I'll save myself. I'm strong. I've got a sword.
I can hear him.
No you can't.
Herva disguises herself as a man to join a band of warriors, and soon becomes their leader.
Nice.
When they come to the island where her father is buried, her men do not want to go ashore. They say that evil haunts the island, and that it is a worse place by day than other places are by night.
Oh.
Fearless, she lands alone. There are many grave mounds, and all of them have ghostly flames burning over them. She comes to the grave mound of her father after passing through these ghostly fires, as though they were mist. The flames I passed through were real enough. Damn the Northmen to hell.
Funny you should say that, seeing as I'm currently in hell, or something akin to it.
Listen. It's him.
I am listening. I am very much aware of what's going on around me, because I don't want to be attacked by something that's actually real, rather than
You're nearly there.
the voice of someone I just want to hear.
He's going to save you.
No, I'm going to save him.
Find him.
We're on our way. He sounds troubled. Well, I'm guessing I've been there, seeing as that flame is lit, or...
Find another way. It's not working. You have to use your mind. Where can you go? You're failing. Find another way.
I'm not failing. Hey, do you guys want to take over? I'm focusing, you son of a bitch. Easy to just constantly complain against someone, isn't it? Let's see you do a better job than me, then. You guys are coming up with worse shit than I am. I think the wailing is getting louder.
It's not him. It's not him. We told you. We told you it was a trick.
I was very much aware that this was a trick from the get-go. And the wailing is indeed getting louder. I think it's coming from over there, so I'm gonna take a... I'll take a lap over here to see what's what. Set this alight. Why is... Huh? That wasn't lit like a second ago. I want to see the manager of this place. Can I still take it? Alright, that's a gate. Which is good. Technically speaking, if I take a ride again over here, I should be able to.
What's happening?
It wasn't dealing to be...
Can't be.
Damn it.
The voice is changing.
I'll take a...
That's not Dillian. That doesn't.
I'm very much aware.
Sounds like something more dangerous.
Something is here. In the labyrinth.
Yeah, it's the Minotaur. Instead of constantly complaining that something is bad and something is dangerous, why not, give me a boost of self-confidence and what have you? Okay. There we go. Huh. Bright.
Quiet. He wants me to find him. I'm lost without him.
Keep telling yourself that. There's my grate.
That voice. It's not Dillian.
How do you know? Okay, now it's starting to warp. You what? Oh, can I... What the shit? Can we just not, maybe? I don't want to... Well, that's locked, isn't it? Is this a trap?
Dillion wants me to face my fears.
Yeah. But it doesn't open anyways. It never does. No. I did it. Suddenly without face paint.
Father? I'm leaving. I've decided. I think it will be good for me.
It's the darkness. It's speaking through
No,
you.
Dad, it's me. I think I can beat it. In my own way.
I can see the darkness in your eyes, child.
I met a boy.
Boy.
The chief answered.
No.
He said he could help me.
It's a trick.
He said I could be normal.
Normal.
Yes.
No boy is going to save you. No one can. When they see the rot growing inside you,
No!
they will turn their back on you. The gods can only fix you through my hand. You're going nowhere.
What made you special, sir?
No.
You will not defy the gods. Come, child, take my hand. Come. Senua.
I am leaving!
You cannot escape the darkness. Your curse will make everyone suffer. You will have blood on your hands!
And so she ran away from home.